High School Musical. That is the song they sing. High School Musical. Those are the songs we sing.
That can be the opening if you want.
Oh, did you record that?
Oh, yeah, that's recorded.
Yeah, nice. Okay, yeah, put that in.
I love that. Just
Put
like,
that in.
was you recording that?
Yeah,
No,
no.
don't. No, don't. I don't.
Oh, what, do you want me to hit a high note? Whoa! Oh!
My name's Oscar.
My name's Carl.
This
This
is
is Who Would Watch
That?
This? Really?
I butchered it. That's embarrassing.
That's so
Who
embarrassing.
would watch this?
No, we'll get a different host.
Welcome to Who Would Watch This, the podcast where we watch a film, chat about the film, and then try and figure out who would watch it, huh?
Today we are talking about, I don't know, maybe a movie that shaped a generation. It's High School Musical.
This is huge.
Huge. It currently has a 3.1 on Letterboxd, a 6.7... No, sorry. A 3.1 on Letterboxd, a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 5.5 on IMDb. Oscar, what's the
A
plot?
popular high school athlete and an academically gifted girl get roles in the school musical and develop friendship that threatens East... Friendship? Okay. That threatens East High's social order.
Crazy, that's wrong. Because what blew my mind this time watching it is they don't have a role in a musical. It's all about a fucking callback.
It's the audition.
It's about a
It's the
callback.
audition. They don't
What
even
the hell
touch-
is this?
This is a lie. It is just the preamble for what can be the play.
I'd completely misremembered the movie, and I was not impressed. Not impressed.
Carl, before we even jump in, huh? How about we go back to last week, huh?
Terrible noise. What was that, a sax or a
Yeah, I
trumpet?
got a sax, okay? The noise is big back in,
I
okay?
hated it.
Okay, what's been played?
I
don't give a shit.
actually
I don't give a
fucking hated it.
Too fucking bad.
I think maybe do like more of like a monkey freaking out.
Okay, yeah, we can just take Joe Rogan's thing.
Oh, is that a thing he does?
Oh, I don't know, he just opens
Do a
up
penguin then. I don't care.
a freaking out penguin?
I feel
know
like
how
an
I'm gonna find
animal.
out.
I feel like an animal
What do you want
freaking
to
out.
do?
What
do you want
about
to
a
do?
mirror shattering?
Oh, that's great. That's powerful.
What did it used to be?
It used to be a beautiful little harp, and you were
It's
like,
the only
"Let's-"
thing that makes sense.
Of course, because it's like a back in time. I tried wind
Oh,
chimes, it was a
God.
goddamn mess.
What about like
We're doing the sax.
What about
Back-
like a? No, I do not want the sax. Stop cueing the sax. What about like a little rewind sound?
Oh yeah, you think that'd work? You
yeah,
got-
I think a
it's-
little rewind sound would be
Oh,
cute.
God, I'm doing the monkey.
Like that, you know.
Carl, High School Musical #1. Huh?
One.
You seen this
One.
one? You
We're
seen
going.
this?
We're gonna try and do back to back.
back to back.
I'm not
We're
happy.
gonna grow to love these characters, huh?
I'm not happy about revisiting them. I think I watched them within the last 10 years.
Okay, that's a win.
Like I've
Vague,
seen,
but win.
I saw the first one when it came out on
Yeah.
TV.
Yes, it was everywhere.
Yeah, it was
Plastered
everywhere. And then I never saw the other two until recently.
Gotcha. What
So-
sparked you to want to go watch them?
My partner.
Gotcha.
And they had definitely not remembered them. They didn't enjoy them to the degree I think they wanted to have enjoyed revisiting them. So for me, it was like, whoa, this isn't good at all.
No, it's a win for you though. Get to see someone's like life, kind of nostalgia drain from their eyes.
No, if you're
That's
nostalgic,
enough
for a movie, don't watch it.
Don't go back to anything.
don't watch- just
What
live.
You should live. Yeah. Don't like fondly remember anything.
Yeah.
Keep moving forward. Keep making
Absolutely.
new memories. Never look back.
Never reflect.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the key
Never
things.
grow. Just keep
yeah.
doing random acts
Yeah.
and see what happens.
Never learn from a mistake.
Yeah.
Either. I
but
think
never
that's
make
one of the
a
best.
mistake
Yeah.
because you can't even like reflect on the fact it was a
if
mistake.
if you were in high school and you haven't changed, you've done well.
You've nailed it, huh?
You've done well.
I'll go a step further. If from birth to death, you've just sort of been doing random acts, and then you don't even know what you've been doing. Congratulations.
Yeah. If you can nail having the same nurse from birth and the same nurse put you down at death and go, you didn't change at all. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
And that's what this podcast is. Carl, who would watch High School Musical 1? Huh?
Okay, well, look, this has a big following. I
Yeah.
think it's pretty easy to say. I think you've got either Disney kids, and I think you've got fans of musicals. I think it's a very simple
Yeah.
who would watch this. The demo is obviously there. This was a phenomenon. So yeah, Oscar, have you seen this one before?
I have, yes. I think it was after Phil of the Future. So my who would watch this, I guess people that hanging around for Phil of the Future, huh? Remember that show?
No.
He was a predecessor to Hannah Montana. He got some futuristic gadgets. I don't remember what he did, but it was Phil from the future. So big
No.
step.
Was it somebody that went on to do anything of merit?
No.
Damn,
Yeah.
that sucks for Phil.
Sucks for Phil.
Crazy you didn't see that in his future. Am I right?
I'm glad that I'm just chuffed that joke got
If
made.
you starred on Phil of the Future, email us at askwwwtpodcast@gmail.com.
Who would watch this? I think you're right. It's kids, but who was watching it in nostalgia? I think kids that, and quite over the moon that they've watched it, your partner, and not been happy. I think that's a good thing.
Are you saying who would watch this is from people who viewed it now? Or are you doing it from people in general?
Yeah, the 2006 kids, they were sheeps, you know? They had no choice. They got forced it, they didn't know what was happening, and then they just became fans, and they were just indoctrinated. Whereas the kids nowadays, they've grown up, they've got free will, and now it seems like they got burnt. So who would watch this? I guess kids that really just want to just get slapped in the face.
Kids who want to stew.
They want Zac Efron to just they want the image of him when they were a teen, and now they're old, and so is Zac Efron, and no one's having fun. So it's more of a torture device, really.
I think this is a great double feature with the Iron Claw.
Oh, of course.
And you just go, Jesus Christ.
Oh, and beautiful sax drowns us out. Isn't that nice, Carl? Should we get straight into
You're not using
I'm
sax
using
again.
the
We're not
sax.
going to get... No. You've got to give it a new sound. We're not going to dwell on this, but only egg will be on my face when I listen to the episode. So let's just see. However, when I get back into editing, boy, you're going to be mocked.
That's fine.
You're going to be mocked like hell.
That's fine. Again, the harp was the best one, and for some reason,
Well, great, we've deleted it.
Yeah,
We
deleted it with the harp.
We had a harp. Here's the thing: we had a harp player in.
Yeah.
Because we wanted it to be royalty
Well, we want to be
free.
authentic. Yeah, we looked up royalty free. There was nothing online, so
Nothing.
we had to hire a harpist.
Believe it or not, Apple owns all harps.
Yeah.
So we couldn't even touch them.
God, it was such a nightmare. Carl, do we jump straight into High School Musical 1?
Really quickly, actually, I do want to start. My partner, again,
Mm.
loves them, has a deep nostalgia for the High School
Yes.
Musical series. He was basically, I was like, I'm about to watch High School Musical. He was like, I'll have no part in it.
Wow. Okay.
Didn't want to see a second of it.
Why? My partner was ecstatic for the first time. We've picked both wedding losers, it seems, that love this franchise. But my partner was very keen to watch this.
I know.
She was giving me factoids. I'm going to just regurgitate factoids that she's read like from K-Zone
I
magazines.
feel like I'm going to bring this up in the palate cleanser.
Yeah.
But basically, what happened was my partner and I we went and watched Wonka.
Yeah.
Right, and deeply, deeply loved it. Right. We got so excited, we called you and your partner thought we were calling about how excited we were.
You called up because you were like, you planned to watch it. Guess what? It was such a comedy of errors. You're like, I just finished it. I cannot believe. And I loved it. And my partner was ecstatic because she was like, oh, I just love what I just watched, High School Musical. Let me regurgitate. How good is it? Oh my God. I'm so glad you liked it. Ugh. We're just about to finish it. Don't spoil it. You're like, what do you mean? You're also in the cinema? Comedy of errors.
I know, that deep pause, and then your partner was like, we're both talking about High School Musical, right? And that's an L. That's an L on your partner.
Massive L.
She will never
She was
recover
too
from that.
ecstatic for it.
She was too
However,
ecstatic.
you've been a bit too ecstatic about Wonka. Let's talk about that a
It
bit.
changed my life. I shan't tell a lie.
Save it for the palate cleanser, huh?
Okay, all right, let's jump right into High School Musical.
First thing that hits you is, oh my God, it's a TV movie. I remember it having more money. What happened there, huh?
Oh yeah, they don't have
I
money.
feel like the legacy of it has not tainted it, almost, rose-colored glasses.
I too had forgotten that it was a TV movie because it threw me that every 8 minutes they needed a cliffhanger, which never happens in a film. And I was like, this is a weird pace.
They pan, it's like Full House when like, I dropped the vase, and it goes doom 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 down, fades to black, and then comes back up, doom doom bow bow. What are we gonna do with this vase? That's every 8 minutes of High School Musical.
You watch it and you wonder, this was a hit?
Yeah.
This was a hit?
I mean, it's crazy the scale of it. It feels pretty small. But I feel like the big moments, they do, credit to them, like all the big moments are kind of highlighted, and then all the rest of it's just garbage padding.
I think it's wild to me though how much movies have changed, because having watched Wonka before this, there is a very similar scope to how many people they get in a musical number now. Like you don't get that many people in a musical number now.
You're saying that
So what I'm saying is, I think this movie is small, but it's funny to me that I think musicals are now just on this level. Like, I don't think musicals go much further than what this TV movie did in 2006.
Gotcha. Like, Wonka's, like, breaking the mold because it got a few people. But really...
Yeah, you know, you look at, like, Dear Evan Hansen and... I don't know, West Side Story was a bit of a banger. But even then, I don't know, but when this movie ends and there's so many people dancing and singing and things going on... That ending to me feels bigger than some things I've seen in musicals in the last 4 years.
100%. It's weird where they've put the budget. And I think they were just like, we need people. It's a school.
Yeah, hell, I'll compare this to another Disney movie from the year. I think this is a larger scale musical than The Little Mermaid.
There you go.
And that was like a couple of $100 million.
Yes.
So, you know, and she's just dancing on a CGI crap, but there's no synchronicity to like everything that's going on. But if that had numbers that were just the size of the ending of this movie... You would have been happy.
I think so. I mean, the director like is just like a choreographer. Like he's done all the choreography for a bunch of films. So this was like, it's fun when like someone specialized in that sort of stuff comes into directing because like, well, I'm gonna nail that. Yeah. It's the only thing I know.
Well, they've done the best. You know, sometimes you will watch a musical and they've over edited the dance sequences and the musical numbers. This director's flat out just let the camera sit still and done like 2 side angles and let people just dance at it. Yeah. Which is the best way to just show off how good your choreography is.
That's all it is.
That's all you need.
Just have a fun angle. That's all you need.
That's right.
You don't need the editing.
You don't need to be like, oh, and this is a close-up of the feet. And you're like, well, that doesn't prove anything. They could be walking.
It's just an action film at that point.
Yeah, that's right. Just a foot. You're just a Quentin Tarantino film.
You freaky little freak.
Yeah, that's right. Get the feet off the screen.
Let's get into our main characters.
It's New Year's Eve.
Oh.
What's Zac Efron doing? Playing basketball with his dad? Sad.
Loser.
Right? Okay. Also, I think the dad's setting him up to fail. He's barely trying.
His dad's like dream is for Troy to be, I thought like in the NBA, and it seems like just peak in high school, or middle school. I don't know.
I think the dad's so satisfied from peaking in middle school, that he doesn't care about aspirations. He's like he's like I'm going to say right now, adulthood sucks. Here's what you need to do.
I'm a basketball coach for you. I got the job. I'm a nepo dad. I got the job because I heard about it from you. Okay? So you need to goddamn buck up and play some swish ball.
I love small town settings where the dad's the coach.
Oh, because it's like no other guys there. There are no parental figures, and normally it'd be your coach, your dad. In this case, it's both.
It's a weird setting that it's like Albuquerque.
Well, that's what... Because I found out that it was filmed... Again, I was just getting tidbits thrown at me. This was filmed in Salt Lake City.
Oh.
Yeah, but it is set in Albuquerque.
Why bother?
That's what I was thinking. But then I was like, oh, you know why? Because I think Salt Lake City's like Mormon-esque.
Right.
And I feel like Albuquerque might just be the most neutral state of all...
Disney's inoffensive state.
I think that's it. It doesn't have like... It's not LA, it's not New York. It's still like middle America, but it's like not like a southern state, it's like a northern state. If you're from New Mexico, I do apologize. I don't know the politics, but it seems very neutral.
Yeah.
I think Disney movies have to be set here.
Can't wait for somebody to write and be like, you're so wrong.
You're so wrong.
You're so wrong.
We're a communist state.
Yeah, that's right.
We're overthrow the government, and we're going to come and kill you, okay? We're going to use all our resources to invade Australia.
We're seceding.
Yeah.
It's going to be offensive for you to even call us an American state.
How fucking dare you? We've sided with Cuba, and we're going to launch those damn missiles,
Yeah, so I think the dad is just getting his son's hopes up. I think I could beat his son in basketball, frankly.
I think so, yeah.
I think we're also... I just want to bring up something now.
Yeah.
Okay. We know that Zac Efron is miming to somebody else's voice. Okay.
Drew Celery.
Yeah.
No, it's Kellery.
Do we think they hired Zac Efron because he was good at all the choreography and the sports stuff?
They hired him because he was better looking. I've just got the tidbits again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this because your partner's
my partner just knew everything about this whole thing. Again, knew the guy's name and his whole backstory. He went on to go do the live action High School Musical stuff, and Troy took all the credit. But in fairness, in the second and third, Troy was like, no, it should be my voice.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Well, do we think... Can Zac Efron sing? I guess we haven't seen the second one.
We haven't seen the second one. We don't know.
We can't comment.
We can't comment. And therefore, we won't.
Yeah. We meet the other one.
Yeah. Gabriella.
Played by Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens.
She's even sadder.
Yeah.
She just wants to read a book on New Year's Eve.
She's such a pick-me. I love this. Sits down at a party, does the little hair flick, reads a book. Suddenly you get pushed up on stage. It's a real Grease moment. Huh?
You know what also just reminded me about the fact that this is New Year's Eve? Zac Efron starred in New Year's Eve.
Oh my
Isn't that
God.
wild? Isn't that wild? He was in the hit film New Year's Eve
He's
with
been
Robert
in
De Niro.
everything. He's nailing it,
He
huh?
was in the Michelle Pfeiffer segment. Everyone's favorite segment from New Year's Eve.
People say that the whole like your favorite Love Actually segments, and
Yeah.
you've got your favorite New Year's Eve segments,
Yeah.
and that one's at the top.
People
of
have their
those.
favorite Avenger, and then they have their favorite New Year's Eve segment.
Well, it's Hawkeye and the Fifes. That's a universal pick.
If you want to see the best short movie ever, it's contained within split seconds.
Calling
within
it a short film is ridiculous.
It's stuck within. There is an Academy Award-winning possible short movie stuck within the confines of New Year's Eve, and it stars Zac Efron and Michelle Pfeiffer, the Fifes.
They get up on stage. They've been coerced into doing karaoke. They kind of fall freaking in love, huh? How good's love, huh?
Yeah, but here's what I want to talk about. What threw me was that this is an original song.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a karaoke where the guys put on a song I guess they've written?
It's pretty bold.
Who wrote the song?
It's pretty bold.
Who wrote the song?
I like that he's almost like a genie in the sense that he's like, hey, you guys better not fall in love.
Well, yeah, because he's like, you're going to thank me for this. And I was like, what does he know?
He knows.
What does he know that we don't
Here's
know?
the thing. When you write a song that good, you know you're going to make people fall in love.
Imagine going, you're going to thank me for this. I wrote it. Imagine that confidence.
It's the confidence that gets you the big bucks in Hollywood, okay, Carl?
It's the you know, the same vein of when your Uber driver's like, you like this song? I made it. You want my cassette?
Hey, you're falling in love? Guess what? That's my words of wisdom. My words of woe that turn you on, my God.
Every Uber driver I jump in always turns around and goes, you're going to thank me for this. Turns up the radio.
Just the radio, it's not just like Dua Lipa's on, so I'm a big fan of hers.
Maybe I'll start Uber driving being like, you're going to thank me for this, and just have this podcast on.
But this segment right now...
And me, I'll turn around. Is it landing? You're living it.
I'm in the back as well. Hey guys, I'm also here. We're doing a live episode.
You're on the other side of the podcast. Where you guys want to go to? We can take you anywhere. We can be a DD.
Oh, I freaking love DD. Use our code, huh? DD code.
We have a code.
This is my personal code, like the $20 referral code.
That's right.
Refer a friend.
I love DD, but I can't afford one. Can you use the referral code? I'm going to give it out live on the podcast. When they're done with the song, they go out to watch the fireworks.
Yes.
It looks like the solar system is imploding. These are the biggest fucking fireworks I've ever seen.
They committed. They were like, let's blow the... They probably got this, filmed this last, and they're like, you know what? We've got a cool mill. Fucking blow up the sky. I don't give a fuck. We're opening High School goddamn musical. This is going to be a hit.
It looks like in Star Wars when they blow up a planet. It looks like if Saturn
They
just
blew up the Death Star.
These are so
Vanessa
giant.
like stared at it with her brain, just blew it up with her mind.
Me and you and like a bunch of friends recently saw the
We
fireworks.
blew up the Death Star.
Yeah.
No, go on.
But we saw the fireworks,
Yeah.
right? They were
Piss
great,
week.
but they
Piss
were
week.
tiny.
Piss
They
week.
were tiny. These
were
are
nothing.
so giant. I could only assume the atmosphere ruptured.
Well, throughout the whole rest of the film, you can see sort of second-degree burns on their face. It's that close. That's how efficient
Oh,
it
that's
is.
right. All actors are disfigured the rest of the movie, and they're healed with the power of music.
Okay, we're at school. We meet Corbin Blue. We meet Taylor. We meet...
We meet everyone. We meet Sharpay.
Yeah.
We meet Ryan.
This is huge.
We
I
meet-
did think this teacher was Meryl Streep when I was a child.
I also maybe thought it was Meryl Streep because why? She's giving that good of a
She's
performance.
giving such a
She's
performance.
Giving that good of a goddamn
It's crazy
performance.
that this movie has some of the worst acting and some of the most commitment to the film I've ever seen.
It is some of the best acting I've ever seen. And again, I just seen Wonka. I couldn't care about Corbin Blue.
Whoa.
I'm gonna
Whoa.
discuss him right now.
Yep.
Okay.
You smack him out of the alley.
Look, talent,
Yeah.
talented singer, talented dancer. Here's the thing about his character. Not only does he not do anything, but the thing that freaked me out the most, he needs to put down that ball.
Okay, well, here's the thing. You don't get prop comedy comment, Carl. Okay, that's kind of your.
Oh, so
issue.
you're gonna praise this movie for the ball?
Oh yeah, the ball is a prop and a half. You wouldn't believe the art department's background with that sort of stuff. No, I think you're right. I think Corbin Blue doesn't have anything to do
It freaks me out.
except you'd think that like we'll get to the decisive moment of the film, but then the other friend also does the exact same thing.
But
so
she's
you could
not
have.
carrying carrying an object. It's not
No.
she's carrying math.
Well, she's carrying the film.
Like,
That's
if
what
she-
she is. Taylor. No, that's Sharpay.
If she was just carrying like the pi symbol,
Oh, yeah.
or like I don't know, an asterisk,
A test tube, maybe. I don't know why you've gone for these abstract symbols instead of like
If-
a test tube.
if she was just carrying a hashtag slanted, I guess I don't know. If she was carrying the infinity mark,
Stop this symbol
the
bit.
number
Get on
two-
with your.
If she just carried different symbols, if she just carried the at symbol,
Yes.
if she just carried,
You have to make a point. If you
if
don't
she
make
was
a
just
point,
if she was just carrying and,
I am going
or
to stab
maybe,
you.
or maybe
Oh
if
my
she
god.
was just carrying a money symbol. What if she was carrying a comma? Oh, I've gone into my phone. We've got tons. The percentage sign.
You wrote these
God,
down?
It took me.
No,
I'm
stop.
just on.
There's no way you wrote this
The-
down.
the-
There's
the-
no fucking
the
way you
item for
wrote.
the
Why
British
would
pound.
you think this would be it's
that
a pound
little
sterling.
Y with a dash.
I swear to
a
God.
yen,
oh,
maybe? I
Sorry,
don't know, the
sorry.
euro?
You're reading your keyboard?
Yeah, I'm reading
I
the
thought
keyboard.
you'd written down the symbols
not at
going
all.
this bit would be
if
worth
she's
it.
just carrying an underscore and people kept thinking it was a line and she had to tell people, no, this is an
What
underscore.
is this bit? You
It's
have
a
to end
good
the
one.
bit. You can't just list off symbols.
What if she
This
just-
isn't a joke.
What if her
This
head
doesn't
was-
add to it.
what if her
She
head
didn't
was-
have an object.
What if her head was framed with parentheses? What if her head was like that? What I'm getting across here is Corbin Bleu should drop the ball. He's giving me major Jughead vibes of him being like, "You think I'm normal with this ball? You think I watched this ball? I'm gonna throw it out
Loser.
there. What is Corbin Bleu? Because this isn't about the actor. This is just about the character, right? What's Corbin
Yes.
Bleu's character's name?
Chad.
Okay, let's talk about Chad.
Yeah.
Chad, I think, hates Ryan.
Oh, he
And
hates.
I think he hates Ryan for a reason that I found very offensive.
It is offensive. Now, Carl, I did get a spoiler for the third one, and I think it's the moment that blew my mind. It turns out Ryan is straight,
Right,
canonically.
so we're the problem.
Yes,
For
yeah.
assuming.
I'm glad you.
It's
I'm glad
where
you
the
said it.
problem.
Yeah, you shouldn't have
Right.
assumed.
So
you
I
shouldn't assume that Ryan is gay, which
Okay.
is a
Well-
yeah. It's crazy. Disney was
A lot of people were
"We're gonna
straight in
write
high
this-
school."
We're gonna make this character, and don't worry, he's fine. So
I-
don't you worry, listeners of watchers of Disney Channel.
I'm pretty sure Ryan's character comes back in High School Musical, the series.
Yes.
And maybe that confirms a few things.
Gotcha.
But we won't know
He's
until
like,
we
I just want to stress,
inevitably...
I was straight. That's right. The clothing. Well, I just picked those up. No, I was definitely straight.
Do we
I
go
love breasts.
all in on watching 4 seasons of High School Musical?
4 seasons.
Yeah.
Wow, good for them, huh?
What do you reckon Joshua Bassett just came out of nowhere? God, no, he rose to his providence using High School, the series. Let's talk about Sharpay and Ryan.
Yes.
So they are siblings?
Siblings, twins. Which
Yes.
yes.
Twins?
Yeah.
Is that why
right.
both of their hair is a incredibly sandy blonde?
It is
or an
a
albino
a platinum, I'd
Platinum?
say. Yeah,
Okay,
I'd say
I
so.
don't know hair
But Tiz
colours.
and Ryan are nailing it. I just think when it comes to performance, I don't think Troy or Gabriella, and I found out they had never acted before, and you can kind of tell. However, Sharpay and Ryan have such a performance. I
They're
think.
so good in this.
They
are
carry this.
so
They
good in
carry
this.
this.
I also think they've got the more fun characters though of like these heightened theater villains.
Yes.
You know, like Sharpay for to write her name down onto the musical board
Man,
has like
that's
signed
so
it.
funny. That
The-
is so the whole page, great stuff. I think they're the most the best characters. Really, they're the most developed.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
because
so.
Chad's kind of a basketballer. Zach's
Zach's a
the-
nice guy, trapped as... Okay, well, this is the other thing I wanted to go into. I think, considering how much the lead actor, like Troy, considering how much Troy goes on about, I want to try something different, but I'm afraid of what people will say.
Yes.
When he says that to his dad, I think the dad should have clicked onto him wanting to come out of the closet. But it's weird. He was like, nah, just stick to basketball.
Stick
And
to
I'm like,
stick to what you know.
Yeah.
He was like, just don't go to golf. I wouldn't go to golf, man. You should just stick with basketball and just keep doing it. That's what I did. And sometimes you're like, oh, I wouldn't mind playing golf. No. No.
You never go to golf.
No.
I think that dad is the type of person that would have loved the Status Quo song. Like, he would have loved
He
it.
would have loved the
He would have
Status
just
Quo
loved
song.
it.
I love it. Are they? I assume the music is non-diegetic. This is
Okay,
not
well,
happening.
let's talk about the music, okay? So I think there's a few things weird about the music in the movie.
Yeah.
One is that it's just played over the top of a silent scene, and there's no sound effects of the feet, or just, like, sound.
No, there's nothing.
It's just
because they do a stomp. So we got the
Yeah.
first song of them doing karaoke.
Yeah, right.
Do we get status quo or the basketball song?
no. We get the basketball song.
Yes.
So what threw me was the fact that the balls weren't making a sound.
No.
And their feet weren't making a sound. It was just the scene was happening with the song over the top. It was really weird. And it made me go a little crazy because sometimes they'd gone to the effort of putting in a little bit of a sound effect, but not for the scene. Like the Foley artists were like out on any of the days.
I'm here for 20 minutes. I can do some of the basketball hopes and then I'm done.
The one basketball the Foley artist needed was being carried by Cordon Bleu, so they just had nothing.
Well, anytime there's one ball, here's the thing: it is a TV movie. They had a single ball to play with.
They had a bowling ball and some pins. That's why you could hear the alley going in the background of all the songs.
Most songs have a long. It adds a lot to the ending song.
Just no. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what the logic is, but I think so. Anyway, that's Troy's arc.
Yeah.
He wants to try something new, but his dad will, I think, kill him.
Yeah.
Now Gabrielle's arc is less. She has less to push her. She's new at the school.
I think she's mentally gifted.
Yes.
She just knows math,
Yeah.
which makes you think she should be carrying symbols.
No. You don't list them off. Anyway, she's very...
What if she was carrying emojis?
Don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare.
You're lucky my phone is slow right now.
She's very clever.
An apostrophe.
But her main thing is she doesn't want to be a nerd. She wants to be in the drama club, which is also just a synonym.
Here's the thing. You don't want to be labeled as the nerd.
Yeah.
Don't correct the teacher on the first day.
Oh, the teacher gives her a look that's just like, are you joking?
So sour.
She's more just like, this is your first day of school. You're going to get fucking pecked to death.
I love that the teacher's like, it could never be 16 over pi. Looks at the book and is like, okay, all right.
That's not like an error.
Game sees game.
That's not an error on her mathematical skills. That's just like, didn't write down.
Yeah, that's right. It's the signs of a lazy teacher. That's what it is.
Yes, I'm glad
you can tell because she's just waiting for maternity leave.
Oh.
She's counting out the goddamn days. That's what she's mentally checked out. And I don't blame her.
Honestly, if Gabrielle starts coming into my class, she's like, hey, I think you got it's work out the new thing, huh?
I like to think that Gabriella's teacher has been doing a School of Rock scenario, but they've never been caught. And now they're just waiting out the maternity leave to never return. She's like, I won the battle of the bands, and then I've been stuck here for 9 extra months.
God, you'd think it'd be such a clique, wouldn't you? Imagine you rocked up to school and all the kids in your class had done a School of Rock-esque thing. You wouldn't fit in at all. You couldn't fit in at all.
No.
You'd be like, I don't play an instrument. You're like, I play the desk.
You'd be like, for 6 weeks, we pretended we were studying, and we were like soundproofing this room, and you'd be like, oh, fuck, okay.
Damn.
They were like, we played on stage, and my dad finally respected me. You're like, oh, yikes.
My
okay.
dad only plays basketball and teaches me.
Oh, you only got in because of your dad? Oh, when actually not a Nepo class. We sort of all earned.
Yeah,
we sort of all earned our stripes.
Our skills,
like Freddie's really good at percussion because he sort of earned it. Like
it's kind of fucked up your hair. Made you go to the science class, you loser.
Like Miranda Cosgrove, she just manages this shit. Like she knows. Like could she sing Memories? No. But
could she manage that?
She managed the hell out of it.
She managed the hell out of
that guy over there that wrote The White Lotus and School of Rock, Ned Schneebly. Yeah, he fucking lived it. He
wasn't even that class.
He got so
He was
inspired by what we did, he broke up with Sarah Silverman. And you weren't a part of that.
They were dating?
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
In the movie.
In the movie. Huge. I was going to say, wowee. Good for Ned, huh?
Yeah. Our principal let loose, Joan Cusack. I watched School of Rock recently. Does that make that bit make more sense? I watched it very recently. Like within the last 2 weeks. And then the last time I watched it before that, just 2 weeks earlier.
Wowee, that's crazy for you.
Sorry, yeah, but School of Rock just slaps. You and your weird Richard Linklater thing needs to fuck right off.
I can't
You just need to fuck right off.
I can't connect to him. It really does suck. I wish I could, but I just can't get behind him.
Fuck right off. I guess you got Alexander Payne in your pocket.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
like sad, you know? I like sad 90s guys, you know? He's got a ray of hope. I've got none of that. Maybe the 40-year-old before sunset one. That's the vibe, maybe. Cause I think they're broken, right? They've got kids and they're not in love. That's shit I wouldn't mind watching.
Okay, so let's get to the auditions.
Yes.
Okay, so we have the auditions.
This is the meat of the film.
Yeah, these auditions are weird. I don't think they're funny and they're really long.
Okay, Yeah, it's got weird pacing.
Yeah.
I thought, well, shit, this makes sense because we've got a whole musical to go through. No, we do not.
No, that's what
Yeah.
I was.
So it's crazy that the additions and then the callback
Yeah.
is pretty much the actual film.
It's definite. Like, it's so definite they didn't have a budget to put on a musical within the film.
No, exactly. They were like, we can get a bunch of extras for the basketball scene. That's it.
Yeah, and they need to get in here, and then they need to get the fuck back out there.
Yeah.
So that's it. I don't know. Does any of this land for you? Like a guy flipping through, or people doing like interpretive dance?
I mean, no. Oh, I think they not in the film, not in that respect, but I think people clipping it and going me, that I can relate to.
Yeah, there you go. I think this teacher is so intense that she won't let people like audition after like a second.
She's a pro. Okay, this teacher's given her a lot.
She's moving
She's
too
got
fast.
she's got a schedule.
This is why she would never make it in.
No.
She would never make
She
it on
wouldn't.
Broadway.
No,
she's moving too fast.
She wouldn't make it in teaching Broadway. No, she would. Gabrielle and Troy do this little thing. She's like, okay, anybody else want to apply? I've been waiting here. I've got things to do. She goes, right, I'm done. 4 times in this film, I go, oh, have you finished? I'm ready to go. It's completely on them. They need to speak up and show up on time.
But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure these 2 characters are deaf from the fireworks, and so they can't be blamed.
If that's fair. Okay, I did not know their disability. Fair enough. They've got an incident. That's on them. Maybe the teacher and her can work something out.
I think, that's like, they can't. It's just not on them. I think they don't know when to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
They're
kind of looking for an in. They're like, oh, empty stage. I think no one's chatting. I guess I'll jump up. Okay,
that's what's so beautiful about them having, since they went deaf from those fireworks, they don't know how beautiful they can sing.
Oh, now that's a film in itself.
That's a film. That's Coda, baby. And it won Best Picture.
Oh, man, it's a shame, huh? High School Musical could have made the kids deaf and it would have won them many Oscars, I think.
Many.
That TV movie, and I think Apple would have bought it.
Oh, absolutely.
But like in 2006, so iPod had just blown up, baby. They hadn't got iPhone, but the iPod Nano was thriving.
Oh god, how good was the Nano? Life was better with a Nano.
Oh, what color am I gonna get? There's no wrong answers.
If I had a Nano, I would have been saved from doing that weird math symbol bit.
Of course,
because I wouldn't have known.
You just got the wheel. It's crazy. The wheel was people just jumped onto that. It's a bad design remote.
Oh, it is. But you understand, you get intoxicated by the wheel. That's how we got to where we are.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about stick to the status quo.
Yeah.
I don't understand the layout of this cafeteria. It's 4 levels, all open, done as staircases.
Yes. In the break, this is a building that's used as sort of a gladiator, spectator sports. You'll sort of get many people having fights in this middle area where they're doing, the creme brulee stuff. I'm talking, bare knuckle killings, various animals fights to death, pigs, cocks, and whatnot. And you really need a good amphitheater to really take it all in. And that's what this is for. That's why the film's so cheap.
It seems useless as an actual cafeteria.
Whoa.
You would never use it. Would be so annoying. So you're telling me you would go 4 levels down to sit and eat, to walk up 4 levels again to go back to the cafeteria?
Yeah, but I'm thinking there's immediately you can see there's a hierarchy at this this
I did love this.
Yeah, here's the thing, there's a hierarchy.
I did love
the jocks and the cool kids, they're top. The losers that can be spat on easily, the emos and whatnot, they're down there. The brainiacs, it's more of a spitting thing.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Okay,
but it's quite well designed.
So status quo, I love Zeke. He's the one that makes the creme brulee.
Yes.
This is where I fell in love with Troy, because Chad is like, look, Zeke's now making creme brulees.
Yeah,
and Troy's like, oh my god, they sound delicious. And Chad's
a
like,
loser.
No.
I'm not a big fan of Chad. He's a hater. When Zeke's talking about listen, it's cream with a gorgeous bit of caramelized glaze on top. I'm like, damn, you know what, Zeke? I'm into it. Another fun tidbit.
I'm going to tell you right now, I reckon Chad's a flat earther.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I think he's just homophobic, but that's... I guess that's a...
I reckon to him, only basketball's around and the earth could never look like that.
He was like, what do you mean? This is my ball. This is my life. This is a circle. It must be a flat earth. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I was understanding he couldn't grasp the idea of a circle.
I don't think he can. I think Chad's an idiot. I think he's a homophobic idiot.
Wow. See, I thought he was a really brave flat earther who just didn't understand the complexities of sexuality.
I would maybe think he was brave if after doing the status quo he came out as a flat earther, but he stays in the closet as a flat earther.
Well, he's sticking to
and
the
just
status
hates
quo.
Zeke because of his creme brulees.
It's a fun one as well. You remember Spider, the one that plays the tuba? did a hit and run in jail now, huh? These are just fun tidbits you get sitting next to somebody that's a big fan of the franchise.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
A kid with long hair. She was like, he's in prison. I was
No
like,
idea.
oh my god.
Simply no idea. I can tell you right now, there's like 6 key cast members. I remember 2, and it's Sharpay and Ryan.
So Chad goes up to Troy. He's like, listen, man, I heard you're doing some freaking singing. Don't you be doing that, huh? Don't be doing that. My mum has a picture of the guy from the Phantom of Opera in her fridge. And that's how he peaked. But if you're a basketballer, you can be on the serial. This is an insane motivation.
Oh, Chad's mad with power, it
Yeah.
seems. I don't know how he got so much of it.
No.
If he cares so much about Troy being the captain, Chad should step up and be the captain.
That's the thing, I think. But, I mean, here's the thing. Guess who the coach's dad is?
Not Chad's dad.
No.
It's Troy's
exactly,
dad.
Exactly.
Oh, God. Nepo babies. You can't get away
it's
from them.
atrocious, you know? And I think Chad knows that. I think he knows he's got a small parameter and he has to work in that. And he has to, he has to do backstabbing, you know?
Troy and Gabriella decide they are going to audition.
Yes.
They end up in this rooftop garden that is one of the most barren places I've ever seen.
They say, Troy goes, welcome to my jungle, and it is, oh God, you
So
can just see
barren.
the Arizona heat just shining down on
It
like
does.
2 cactuses.
There's not a single alive plant up there. They are all on their way out. I give them a week. I don't know how Troy discovered it. I don't know why nobody's taking care of it. It seems like they'd be better off making an aviary.
Oh, wow.
How
okay.
crazy would it be if he walked up there and he's like, these are my birds.
These are my birds. I got a crow right there.
They're all just attached to string because they can't afford the close-in roof.
Oh, gotcha. It's a horrible noise. There's a bunch of birds chained up.
And
he's like,
on immediately.
welcome to my place where I come to think.
Yeah, welcome to my aviary. Oh my God, there's so many birds up here.
They're all tangled. It's like
Oh
a rat
God.
king.
Why have you tied them by the neck and not the feet? It seems cruel, Troy.
Gabrielle, I got a song, huh? Can we sing some songs,
I
huh?
tried to make it a jungle, but it didn't work. Much better as a bird
I
sanctuary.
got a cat here. The cat just ate the shit out of them. Now there's just loose string and dead bodies everywhere. God, it's a bad place. But we should sing. We should sing, Gabriella.
sing
and
our
they
hearts
do.
out.
This is probably my favorite part of the film, the montage.
Oh, okay. Before you meant the song, I was like, I don't know what you mean.
No.
But here's what I want to say about the montage. What music is playing over
This
it?
is my favorite part.
What the hell is this? What the hell is this music?
It's my favorite part. It's a bit slutty jazzy. I kind of fuck with it.
It's sort of, I don't know,
It's sultry.
New Romans.
Yeah,
Like, it's
ding, 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 ding. It's very noir.
and
Can I say
they're
that?
constantly always getting caught. It's
Yeah.
very like, it's really intoxicating and revolting. I don't know how else to put it.
I think it's my favorite part of the film. I think it nails what they're doing. Because they get caught, you're all right, they get caught a lot. What's it called? Sharpay goes to the bathroom. She's like, where's Gabriella? Looks around like an old sailor. Like, huh? Can't see her. And Gabriella's behind her. She's like,
No, I think this is
nailed it.
where you're getting confused. Gabriella was on the roof. We just didn't see her duck down behind
gotcha.
the wall.
Well, those birds of the string picked her
They
up like
picked
a
her
puppet.
up.
Yeah.
She's one with the crows.
Of course.
She is the raven.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Because in the third act, when there's ravens,
Raven's claw.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a raven, but
Oh, I don't know what that means.
What? What did you watch? We've discussed this.
I was poor.
Didn't have Disney Channel, did you?
No.
Didn't get the...
Could tell you all the cast and neighbors. Stingray.
Oh, just stop embarrassing yourself.
I think
huh?
it's just Stingray.
I think
can
I
remember.
think you named a fish. Okay, that's all you've named.
I've got to go out on a limb and say somebody named Stu was on it.
Okay, we also get now, I guess, the master plan of the two
Bad plan.
supposedly best friends.
I don't know how the plan works. They sort of just scheme.
Yeah.
I do like that Ryan and Sharpay immediately think wrong of the plan. They think that they're scheming to get the vote of the entire school, because once Troy owns the drama people and the sports people, he'll be king.
Yes.
When really they want to dismantle them. Really, these two should have teamed up with Ryan and Sharpay.
That's the folly of them. They didn't communicate, and what happens? Things get wrong, and now they're king and queen. The prophecy came true.
So they record Troy saying mean things about Gabriella.
Yes.
I think Gabriella is right to quit the musical, but I don't think she's right to join mathletes.
No, I think they got her in a desperate time. It's like those Jesus freaks, you know? Just like, oh, I'm not feeling too good. I'm going And they're like, well, how about Jesus, huh? But in this case, it's symbols and your shitty symbol bit that you did for 2 hours.
Oh, that was good. I've got more.
They grab her. And now she's part of... Okay, so...
Both their lives become infinitely sad.
Oh, well, because they're
Even
both...
though they've been... How much time have they been given for a callback?
I don't... the timeline's really messed up. I think it's 4 days.
Oh.
Yeah. Their life goes to shit quick.
Yeah.
Because I do like their parallel and they're like, Troy's just playing basketball. And Gabriella's just kind of doing math, but they can't really have the cameras to show that. So she's just kind of drawing on chalkboards going, I wish I wasn't doing this.
I do love as well, once it all goes wrong for Gabriella, she looks out the window and there's a musical number happening she's not a part of, that we're just getting the end of. Did you notice that?
No, what's
they're
that?
like all celebrating in the courtyard and they're like beating drums and it looks like it's the end of a musical number and she's just in tears.
Well, then it makes it now seem that there are musicals in this world.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one's
So it means
diegetic.
you can look on and not be a part of a musical number.
You can feel left out. Maybe there's like a combined psychosis that if you're in the musical, you can't remember it, but people viewing it can.
You know what this is? It's Happy Feet. You know how he could never be a part of the musical because he couldn't sing, but he sure as hell could dance.
Of course.
And they realized dancing was just as good as singing.
Yes.
And then Bill and Will, the krill, they were in the second one.
Yeah.
And they were under the ice. And they freed the whales.
And that ties in how?
Oh. I watched Happy Feet recently.
These guys... I like it. I love the film because it's been an hour 10 in. They're like, man, we did that bad thing. Corbin Bleu and Taylor immediately switch back.
They just fix it so quickly.
They go, we're sorry.
Because
you kind of bummed us out.
This is what they've got. They've always got 8 minutes. So that's the thing. They go, it's a cliffhanger that they bum them out, and then they need to be out of their funk by 8 minutes in, so the next cliffhanger can be both of the callbacks are on the same day.
The mathlete thing,
Yeah.
and the basketball
Yeah.
thing, and the auditions all on the same day. I do love, I've never seen
Are we going to say, I wonder if we've got the same critique. I think it might be. You go first.
I'm going to say it. Okay, the act starts, and we get subtitles.
Mm.
Now, I've never seen this. It's like, the first day of the auditions. On top of that, also the basketball game, also the mathlete thing, and then a fourth thing that just says help.
So it was weird that 1, they did not choose a fun font,
No.
and 2, it's put up there so plainly, but 3, they've now got a sense of personality.
I'm now thinking, I don't know where the subtitles come from. Is this the school reaching out? Does the school have... They're breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, well, that's what I don't understand. Have the subtitles become sentient?
That's what I'm saying. Is the school, why is the school invested in... Because it seems like it's the point of view of, Troy and Gabriella.
They're on Team Troy and Gabriella.
Yeah, so the school is under the impression that it needs help. Is it a cry for help? Like, someone seek out and save these two? I don't know why the school's taken interest in these two either.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. If you know why the subtitles suddenly gain sentient power, email us.
askwwwtpodcast@gmail.com. We need answers, huh? But really, this is an upsetting revelation, really. I'm now thinking the school's got some powers and it can almost brainwash these kids into singing and dancing.
Absolutely.
A lot of bad stuff's happening at the school.
Imagine
I'm
how
not
annoyed
happy.
you'd be if you were Ryan and Sharpay and you saw the backside of those subtitles.
Oh, you'd be fuming, wouldn't you? You'd be like, what do you mean? The whole school's against... an unknown entity is against us? Yeah. It's odds are stacked in our favor.
Casting dark shadows over them.
Oh, God, it's haunting,
It is
really.
haunting. Alright, so they come up with a plan.
Yes.
So Troy goes to his game, Gabriella goes to mathletes.
Yes.
And Ryan and Sharpay do their audition.
Yes.
Their audition is, I want to say, a salsa-esque.
Yeah.
Is it offensive?
I don't know because they're nailing it. That's the thing, huh?
I don't know.
They're not, I
was uncomfortable by it. It seems like they had other people voice them at the beginning and then got them to then
It
continue.
did feel like that. They were like, we'll get someone for the rolling R's,
Yeah.
and then you take it the reins.
I thought Ryan doesn't sound like the voice he's doing. So either it's somebody else's voice or Ryan's putting on an accent, and I don't think either are a good way to go.
No. But here's the thing. They go in with such passion and such ferocity that you kind of think, wow, maybe they'll be the second choice.
It's weird they went with this number of flavor. Why go for such flavor?
Here's the thing, and I was thinking this. Now, I feel like it's Eurovision rules, you know? You know Eurovision, how normally like a fun song wins, and a boring song wins, and a fun song wins, and a sad song wins? I'm thinking they dropped some sad song last year. They're thinking, let's flip it up.
Absolutely.
Let's try and go fun.
You're so right.
Gabriella
You're so right.
and Zac Efron go for the sad one, and that's just the flavor of the month they wanted.
Right.
They took a risk, and it didn't pay off.
Obviously, eventually, Troy and Gabriella, they get there.
Yeah. Well, they get there in two ways. The Brainiac losers just win, and then they got a bit of time on their hands. And then Taylor, Gabriella's best friend, is like, don't worry, I'm going to hack the school, the sentient school. You can feel it in agonizing pain, but it turns off the power, which I guess would be the lungs of the school. So the school's screaming out in pain, but luckily Troy can not
Imagine if the subtitles help came back up.
Oh, just back, just like in agony, but just melted
help.
away. Oh, God, it's a haunting image. And again, a real brave performance by the school.
I like to think the school is like almost Hal from 2001.
Pretty much, yeah. This is them shutting him down.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful song. He sings daisies, but they all do a little musical number. It's really cool.
I think Troy and Gabriella shouldn't have gotten it, but I think the ending of the movie should have been like Sharpay and Troy or Ryan and Gabriella. Like, I think...
Well, here's, again, more fun tidbits. My partner was like, we should have watched the extended edition, which I thought was insane. It's kind of the girl version of Lord of the Rings, the director's cut. She was. Yeah. I got told that Zeke and Sharpay had a whirlwind romance.
Zeke and Sharpay?
Yeah, right? That's why Zeke at the end is like, I bake you some cookies, and Sharpay's like, fuck off.
But that's weird, because I thought Zeke and Ryan were having a romance.
Again,
and Ryan's like, I'll
and
take
I can't
these.
stress you enough, it's 2006 Disney. They do not... they'll show it on screen, but they will not say it.
It's weird they did it, because what they did in this movie 2006 is what they would do in a movie now. They would just gloat.
They would gloat. And I'll be honest, they'll make Ryan less gay. They'll be just a man, and they'll be like, just like that blank emoji, gone... We're pretty brave. He's right at the back, though, and very easily editable.
It's like in Beauty and the Beast when Josh Gad just looked at a man and they were like, and that's your representation for the year. You're welcome.
Bob Iger was like, hey, Carl, what do you think of that, huh? That's for you.
That's for you.
Anyway.
Enjoy it. Yeah, I think they totally could have mixed up the pairing. I don't think there's any reason it should be Gabriella and Troy.
Really? You think
you don't
believe in love?
No, I think it should be Sharpay and Troy. That's who I would cast in the musical.
Gotcha.
If they didn't want to do that combo, I would do Ryan and Gabriella.
Yeah.
If they didn't want to do that combo, I would probably do Ryan and Troy.
Huge.
And again, if they didn't want that, then I would do Sharpay and Gabriella. I think no matter what you do, the better combination is if those two couples aren't together.
I think so. It's also very odd that Sharpay, the twins, and Ryan are twins and going for a romantic lead.
Yeah.
So I think they already shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
But I don't think they earned it. I think Ryan and Sharpay are the better pick.
I think Ryan and Sharpay...
They've got 19 years behind them. They know their stuff.
Why do Sharpay and Ryan get over the fact that they didn't get the musical? Why they don't care at all?
The film is wrapping up, that's why, Carl.
No, she's just like, congrats, and struts away.
It feels, again, they did not know what this film was going to be. They were like, it's done, it's going to be put on Disney Channel and forgotten, so we're going to be like, right, you guys are wrapped up, they're tick, maybe next year, tee-hee-hee. Corbin Blue's like, hey, basketball's pretty cool, huh? Don't you worry. Taylor's like, science. And the film wraps up there with another big number, huh?
There you go. What do we think about, they sort of do like a one take, finishes every character.
Yeah.
They just keep spinning them around. They walk up and grab someone, they walk up and grab someone, they walk up and grab someone. It's almost like they were told they're running out of film. They're
like, we've got the last feet. Go, 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 go. There ain't no cutting. We've got to quickly do this. It works. I think it worked. It's a TV movie that blew up and then they went, fuck, we got to make a franchise out of this now.
Yeah, we got to make people care.
Yeah.
I think this is the best musical number. I think it's the best choreography, and I think it's the best scene. And I have not enjoyed the movie at all until this scene. And that's when I got a little bit of joy. The other thing that's fun about this dance sequence is my partner knew the entire dance.
My partner knew all the lyrics to everything. It was funny. Some of the songs she was like, listen, Gabriella's song when she's sad, it was boring when I was a child. Now I understand her pain. So it's good to know that the story has resonated at an older age.
Yeah, people are into it now.
Why did we both skip it? You know, what was it? What about?
I mean, I saw it as a kid.
I saw it as a kid, you know, but I wasn't drawn to it.
No. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to tell you right now, I'm just not a big fan of basketball.
Oh, that'll do
There's
it for
just
you.
too much of
Well,
it.
it's always on screen. It's always holding it. It's pretty fucked
If this
up.
movie had doubled down on more creme brulees,
Oh, if it was
I would have been all
If
in.
it was a cooking-based stuff,
Yeah.
I would have jumped on that.
I really latched onto the creme brulees because, again, I had just seen Wonka. So I just wanted anything to do with sweet treats.
Oh.
My partner had to restrain me from putting on chocolat, which I think is the perfect follow-up to Wonka.
That is a good double feature. This
Yeah.
is, again, you're in the same vein, musical-wise, but Chocolat is the better pick for Wonka.
Yeah.
Carl, who would watch High School Musical 1?
Look, I think you've got a few demos. I think you've definitely got, if you grew up with it and liked it, I think you're probably still going to maybe be on board like your partner. The other demo is, I guess kids today would enjoy it, right?
While I was watching it, you know how the 80s films and the 90s films have such a specific aesthetic, and you'd be like, that's a film of the 90s. I feel like we're at that age now where the 2000s are starting to rear their head and be like, that is a 2000s movie. And very distinctly, this feels like it encapsulates it pretty well, you know? I don't know if kids would... I mean, the series has done quite well. Do you think kids are going back to the OG stuff? Because I thought this was quite small scale,
Yeah.
you know?
I don't know. I mean, the third one's the one that went to cinemas, right? So
Yes.
maybe people just watched the third. I don't know if people do they regard the whole trilogy? Is it a Godfather-esque scenario where they only like the first two?
Surely, I think the third one has the production design. And again, this is just the opinion of my partner, the third one apparently is the best.
I don't trust
Maybe
her.
the second.
I don't trust
I feel like
her.
I'm aware of the second a lot more. I feel like the second
Really?
had
Is
a lot
the
more.
second one the Godfather Part 2 of our generation?
It probably is, yes.
That's huge.
Yes.
Okay, so I think it's... also it's specifically for your partner
Oh, yeah.
as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's who
losers.
would watch this.
Drama kid. She loved basketball. And she was always into
Drama
chemistry.
Kids! That's who this is for. It's
Yeah.
for fucking Drama Kids.
It's their story.
It's just them.
like, hey, guess what? You'll find that special one.
It's
while
how
you
they
sing.
loved. It's how they loved and how they thrived.
Yes.
It's their story.
We didn't talk about it, but I think most drama kids are actually not Troy or Gabriella. They're the little piano girl who does all the piano stuff. At one point, she's dressed as Charlie Chaplin. No explanation.
I mean, Ali Atman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good for you. Who would watch this? I don't know. I think kids who are really. I guess now. No offense to anybody, and I guess a little bit us, but a bit sad. You know.
Yeah.
He's in the Iron Claw.
Drag
now.
them.
Go check it out. Vanessa's got her own thing, the princess switch. You know.
Yeah.
Let them move on.
We got Iron Claw. We got... Oh no! Didn't Zac Efron do that series in Australia? Like Zac Efron takes Down Under.
Oh yeah, he would just go to
Surviving the Desert with Zac Efron.
He would just go to like a mountain. Like that'd be tough.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
how
right.
I'd do
It's
that.
like, I don't know how I feel about these things.
I like that is really what I want. Honestly, this is that podcast pretty much. What
Yeah, I
he
know.
does is the same
I
energy.
know. He finds mountains and we find films.
Yeah, you kind of go, "Phew, man, that's all right.
I guess us and Zac Efron cut from the same cloth.
I think so.
Huge.
Appearance, you love basketball, and I love creme brulee, and I assume that's what Zach E
I
so
think you're
represents.
right. I think you're right. Oscar, palate cleanser?
Carl, I watched, and I remember as a child loving this film. I watched it immediately after this film. It's The Italian Job, not the old one, the 2003 Marky Mark one. I'm talking, this is such a film. I think this encapsulates movies. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yes.
I mean, it's just a movie. It's just, it represents everything. I love it. It's
It's not going for anything more.
not going for anything more. You know, it knows exactly what it wants to be. It made 3 times its budget. It's all practical. The
I do
writing's
remember the
dreadful.
chase as being great.
It's great.
Starts in Venice, right?
Starts in Venice.
Yeah.
Okay, you got Marky Mark. He's the main guy. Donald Sutherland's his mentor. He's a safecracker. Charlize Theron, his daughter. She's picking a different life. She's not doing criminal stuff. Jason Statham, he's the bad boy. Seth Green, the loser nerd. Oh, there's so many, like, it's just cliches. Edward Norton is the villain. He has two of the
What a
worst,
good villain.
facial hairstyles. One a thin moustache, and then one with a little soul patch.
Oh my God.
That's when he gets more evil.
E. Norton in a soul patch? That's what you want.
Oh, it's huge. It's just a heist film. I realized while rewatching it, they just do the exact same thing as the opening. They drop the safe, they blow up the roof, and the safe drops. They do the exact same thing for the main heist.
So they've got just like one style of heist.
They've got one like the big their whole message is that Edward Norton doesn't have any imagination, and that's why he's not worthy of the gold. Yet Marky Mark decides to do the exact same heist that got him caught in the last time, proving that he does have imagination. It's weird that's the character arc, you know? But I love it. All the practical sets are fun. The writing's dog shit, but it's so serviceable, and that's what it's perfect for. Oh, it's just a perfect film, Carl. Carl, what was your palate cleanser?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a little fucking movie called Wonka.
All right. Fine.
This
Shout
is
about
the
Wonka.
This is the
Shout about
podcast
Wonka.
I wanted. Holy this is me. It's been a hard day at work. I'm invited to go watch a film. I go and watch the movie. I sit my little tush down. I've got a big bucket of popcorn. I've got myself a little drink. I've got a packet of Wonka branded snacks. They're little hats. Gummy hats.
Wait,
flavored.
sorry. They're not Wonka bars?
Sorry? Okay. Well, not every movie has money. All right.
This one does.
You sit down. The movie begins. You go, oh, I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I don't know how I feel about Timothée Chalamet singing. I don't know how I feel about some of the weird CGI. I don't know if this movie feels charming. I want to say within 3 minutes, the director, Paul King, who did the Paddington movies and wrote them, reads his little head as a creative, and he's like, here you fucking go. And what begins is the most charming, delectable little fucking British movie, just swirling around full of delight, chocolate, inventive little set pieces, cute little nods to Roald Dahl movie like books. Like, it's just oozing with excitement and passion, and it's funny and it's cozy as hell. It's everything you want from one of these little movies. It's everything you want. Goddamn Australia not having a snowy winter, because all I wanted was to watch this in a snowy setting.
This by a fireplace would be the vibe.
Holy shit.
You put us on to the family gemstone.
Oh yeah, the Family Stone.
Oh, watching that in 40-degree heat is a travesty.
I know. Isn't
it's
it
got to be
unfair?
watching us in a cozy little cottage. Oh.
I feel like me and you should have a white Christmas one year.
Oh yeah, lot of blow.
All blow.
And watch Elf.
So I just want to highlight from Wonka the British cast of just comedians, but I think the standout is the actor who plays. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to shout out his name because let's face it, I've got Wonka up on IMDb.
You didn't have the High School Musical IMDb up, but you had Wonka up.
I got Wonka
ready to
up.
go.
The actor is Patterson Joseph, and he plays Slugworth. Holy fucking shit! This guy's a star.
What else is he in?
Sorry, he's just sort of graduating up from British TV.
Gotcha.
Like, he's sort of a consistent BBC TV, like, lots of little hits on that. But man, he's just, and he works alongside Matt Lucas and Matthew Byton. And they're just like this great little trio of villains.
Gorgeous.
And he just leads, and their little villain song is the best fucking. It's so funny. It's so well lit. The other thing is the movie's very self-aware that it is a musical, so their musical numbers are almost like the Muppets, so they're a bit more self-aware of what's going on. Like, they're like, and hit the big number and a spotlight will hit them and shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's got flair. I get why it's a hit. No joke, will watch it again today.
Huge for Wonka. And
It's huge for Wonka. I'm going to tell you right now, it's maybe the best movie of the year. Nay, ever. Go see Wonka.
Well, thanks for listening, guys.
What are we reviewing next
We're
week,
going
Oscar?
straight down to High School Musical 2. We're just freaking ticking them off. Oh, we're ticking them off. Freaking love Troy. We love Gabriella. What are they up to in 4 months' time? They're going to summer camp. Oh, God, they're going to get summer jobs. They're going to be cleaning kitchens. Sharpay's going to be rich. Ah, thanks for watching.